and today I would like to talk about an important topic that I feel like we all should address more often. Now, what comes into your mind when you hear the word mental health? What is mental health? I'm sure most of you have heard of it before, but what does it actually mean? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we feel, how we think, and how we act. It also determines how we handle stress, how we can relate to others, and how we make our choices. Mental health is important at every stage of our lives, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. I feel like Indonesia needs to understand more about the importance of mental health. Why do we really talk about mental health? Well, what most people don't realize is that mental health is just as important as physical health. Try to picture a Ferris wheel right now. Of course, for a Ferris wheel to spin, it needs electricity. Imagine that electricity is your mental health. Without a stable mental health, you are not going to be able to reach the top of that Ferris wheel. But once you do have electricity, the wheel would spin. And once you reach the very top of that Ferris wheel, you would feel like you're on top of the world. I've listed some things on how we can improve our mental health. Number 1, daily journaling. For example, write about how you were feeling that day. Either you're mad, or happy, or sad. It will definitely make you feel better. You can also write what you were able to accomplish for the day. And don't forget to write your gratitude. Number 2, meditating. I know what most of you might be thinking right now. Meditating, it's so boring, it's just breathing, it's just sitting down, but trust me, it only takes a couple of minutes, and those couple of minutes can change your day, and hopefully it will change your life. Number 3, cut off all toxic things from your life, and that includes families, friendships, and significant others. Once you realize that you deserve better, letting go will be your best decision ever. People need to know that putting yourself first and putting your mental health first is not selfish at all. Allow me to tell you a bit about my past experience. As a kid, I thought that my life was completely fine, but then 7th grade came. It all started from a person who joked about my weight, even though I was completely healthy. And that resulted in me constantly checking my weight every time I eat, Googling how many calories are in the foods that I eat, doing unhealthy and dangerous diets, and ending up binge eating. Later on, the guilt would pressure me, but all I can do was just cry. Constantly comparing myself to others. Why don't I look like them? I was so obsessed on trying to fix how I look. Eventually, 8th grade came and I lost weight at that time. I'd assume people would stop poking at my weight because I was already underweight. But no, people and even teachers still have the audacity to make fun of my physical appearance. Imagine body shaming a 12-year-old. I can't count how many times I've looked into a mirror without wanting that mirror to shatter. How many times I've secretly cried in the bathroom because I felt like I was never enough. What was more shocking was nobody even noticed. They would see me as a happy and outgoing person, but in reality, I was suffering. I was struggling a lot, and it was not easy. It was probably last month that I realized I was going to be stuck that way if I don't change the way I think. Why was I worrying stuff a 12-year-old shouldn't even be thinking about? My mental health was so poor that I didn't even know who I was. I didn't realize I was not taking care of myself. While we're at the topic about mental health, I also want to talk about mental illness. Indonesia really misunderstands mental illness. They would say people who have mental illness are quote-unquote crazy, or they would say such things like, we just need to pray more, or you're not sick, you're just seeking for attention, just snap out of it. But what they don't realize is that because of social stigmas and discriminations like that, they're making people's mental health worse, and they're stopping people from getting the help that they actually need. I've seen hundreds and thousands of teenagers asking their parents for a therapist, but their parents' response would always be, you're not depressed, you're just a teen going through puberty, or they would say, you don't look depressed. When will you all realize that Every year, the numbers of people that took their own lives or tried to take their own lives due to mental illness keeps increasing, yet we seem to turn a blind eye. Imagine you're stuck inside a box full of water, you're screaming, you're running out of oxygen, but people are just watching you slowly drown. We need to start helping before it's too late. Sometimes, we might not even realize that even the closest and happiest people around us might be struggling with something. Again, just like the Ferris wheel, sometimes you can be at the top of the Ferris wheel and sometimes you can be at the bottom, and that's completely normal, as long as we believe and try to get back up again. And moreover, if we become aware of the people around us, they might be the ones who are at the bottom of the Ferris wheel. And hopefully, we can be their source of electricity so that they could finally reach the top of that Ferris wheel. I just wanted to say, for all the people that are struggling with something right now, please know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to rest, that it's okay not to be okay.